Hello and welcome to Goa365 Story Behind the Story. Today with me Glenn Costa is a panel which will discuss the various pollution based issues in Salset, specifically Naveli, Veli, Kukoli, and I would like to introduce the panel who will be with me, starting off with our own Ramesh Bab Naikrao, journalist. Ramesh Bab, welcome. Anthony Bab De Silva, social activist. Edu Lorenzo, a farmer, affected farmer of the area. Sohel Bab Furtado, a youth activist who is concerned about Goa, and he's been active in many ways. And last but not the least, my good friend Savio Bab De Silva, the South District President of the Congress. This is Savio's first time in our studio, so a special welcome to him. Welcome, Savio.
Thank you.
Ramesh Bab, कितें चल्ला साउथ गोवान? पोल्युशन, लोक फार्मर सगळे बॉम्ब मारता, ते कितली वर्सां ते बॉम्ब मारिता आमी साल रिवर आनी सायपें लेक आनी ते स्प्रिंग. आमकां ओवरऑल आमकां एक मातसो हे दी.
ग्लेन, जर पोल्युशनाचे पळयलें, जर आमी स्टार्टिंग जर घेतले कुंकळच्यान आमी घेवया, जर कुंकळे इंडस्ट्रीन जर आख्खें पोल्युशन केले कडेन आसा. एक जो फिश मिल येयल्यात, ह्या फिश मिलान आपली उदक जें आसा हें सगळें उदक ड्रेनेजींतल्यान सोडून हें न्हंयक गेले कडेन आसा. लोकांल्यो बांयो आसात त्यो पिड्ड्यार जाल्या, न्हंय पोल्यूट जाल्या, आनी ह्यो न्हंय ज्यो आसात आमच्यो ह्यो सगळ्यो रिवर साली मेळ्ळे कडेन आसात. आनीक वेळी सायडी साकून जर बेतूल सायडी सुद्दां ज्यो रिवर साल आसात ह्यो कंडेमेंट जाले कडेन आख्खे पिड्ड्यार जावन गेले कडेन आसा. आनी ते जातरीक लोकांक पळय उदका इतले त्रास आसा. लोकांनी पयलींच्यो बांयो आसा त्यो बंद केल्यो, लोक न्हंयचें उदक पिता तें सुद्दां बंद केलें लोकांनी, कित्याक उदक आतां सामकें आर्टिफिशियल मेळपा लागलें. आनीक तें करता थोडी लोकांनी कितें केलां, न्हंयची कुशीन जीं घरां आसात ह्या लोकांनी काडलां आनी आपल्या सिवेज आसा ती न्हंयक सोडल्या, ती एक पोल्यूट जाली. इंडस्ट्री बरोबर ह्याय लोकांचेर कितें तरी कारवाय जावपा जाय. आनीक तूं थंयच्यान गेलो की ना, तूं चिंचोण्या हें सगळी सायडीचे जर नावेली पावलो, नावेली जर साम वास्ट जाले कडेन आसा, नावेली म्हणटा जी लेक आसा आमगे साळपें लेक, ही जर सामकी पोल्यूट जाले कडेन आसा. आमकां जी खबर आसा त्या कोताक जे फार्मर्स थंय काम करताले, जे आपल्याली पिकावळ काडटा, तेंचे हातपांय कुसोन थोड्याले हातपांय कापल्या सुद्दां, हें सुद्दां आसा. पूण सरकारा वटेन तांकां जाय ती मदत म्हाका तरी दिसना की तांकां मेळ्ळी अशें म्हणत, म्हाका दिसना मेळ्ळीच ना. आनी त्याच साळपें लेकाचो जर इश्यू जर घेतलो जायत, आमी साळपें लेक म्हणटात, साळपें लेक जी आसा ही मडगांवची जितली सिवरेज आसा ही सगळी तितून येवन आसा. आनी ह्या शेतकारां पळय इतले त्रास जाल्यात की शेतां पांय घालपाक सुद्दां मेळना. आतां शेतां रोवपाक गेल्यार ती कितें ट्रॅक्टर घालून बी म्हणटरी खंय तरी एक ते न्यू टॅक्नॉलॉजी येयली, ती एक तांकां फायदो जालो. पूण हातीन काम करपाक जाय जाल्यार ती पॉसिबल ना, कांयच ना. आमकां हेजे मुखार दिसता की तुमी जाणा आसतले की अमेरिकेक ते पिराना म्हण ते नुस्त्या जाल्ले, सेम टायप ते हितूंक तुगेले कॅटफीश जाले कडेन आसा. ही कॅटफीश एक दीस मनशाक खाता काय दिसता.
थँक्यू एंथनी बाब, यू हॅव बीन, तुम्ही आता पळयता रेग्युलरी हे कितें चलता. तुमी एज्युटेशन, आमी कितलीच स्टोरी मारल्या, तुमी एज्युटेशनाक केला, फार्मर्सा वांगडा उलयलेले, बट एक इश्यू इज देर. आता ते सायपें लेक, रमेशान कितें म्हणलें ते, lot of sewage comes from the city. We had I mean there were some reports done that most of the wells in Margaon पिड्या जाल्या. Most of the wells तुमच्या सायडीन नावेली वेली पिड्या, you can't use. Second thing, new construction जाता ती वेल आसा आणि at a higher level ती सेप्टिक टँकां बांदता. So have you come across these type of issues? तुम्ही पळयल्या तुमच्या सायडीन अशें चलता ते?
म्हाका दिसता पयले सुद्दां देव बरें करूं तुका आपयलो म्हणून. म्हाका दिसता लेट अस नॉट बी गोईंग टू द स्पेसिफीक पर्टिक्युलर ओन्ली वन पर्टिक्युलर एरिया. कित्याक आतां पयल्यार आय वॉज जस्ट गोईंग थ्रू लास्ट इयर्स डिटेल्स. त्या प्रमाणे पळोवपाक गेल्यार तिराकोल बीच, मिरामार बीच, कालांगूट बीच, मोर्जी, मोबोर, बायना, गालजीबाग, कोलवा, वागातोर, वेलसांव, these all have registered fecal coliforms in that. तो overall आख्या गोंय कुसलां सांगपाक म्हणल्यार. So if you zero down on one particular smaller area, This is like a small amoeba we are trying to tackle. That cannot happen at all like this. So let us look at a bigger picture. Then only holistically maybe आमच्यानी कितें तरी करूंक येतलें, because when you look holistically things can be worked. This is like doing plaster of Paris work, spot jobs. तूं सायप्या उलयता, हांव रिवर सालाचें उलयलो, रिवर सालानूय धरलें जाता. So it is not that one particular issue that we need to settle. These issues will have to be taken holistically. That's what I want to say. आता तूं पळय सांगता, you are talking, specific. This is like trying to sort out, medical terminology. You are giving them symptomatic treatment, and it is not a small thing. This will require, म्हाका दिसता, agency not from India. No, don't take it so lightly. It's a big thing. इतलें इजी जावचें ना तें, because in this आमी इंडस्ट्रियलिस्टाकूच धरलो म्हूण जायना. I am also coming from a village where sewage, waste, everything is going in Riverside.
Correct.
I am also a part of that ecosystem who's destroying the system actually. जायना रे तें. आनी हे सिवेज पायपलायन पळय दिल्या म्हणटा, what I have got to understand, some 50% सिवेज कनेक्शन दिल्या म्हणटा ते.
In your
हुंया रे, वेल्ल्यान हुंया. आमच्या आंबेल्यान एक पायपूय घालूंक ना अजून.
only the main sewage line ते झाल्या.
No, as I was discussing with Edna, I think 50%.
That is in Margaon. That is in Margaon.
Yeah.
City.
So city झाला. What about village level? Because no housing is being monitored for sewage system. कितल्या घराची पाईपलाईन डायरेक्ट रिव्हरान आहा. कोणी करप ते? इफ आय गो अँड कंप्लेन ऑन सावियो म्हणल्यार तुजें नाक वांकडे आहा, तूं काय धरता. ही कम्स, तो आनीक एक फॉल्ट दाखयता. सो दीस इज बिकम अ ब्लेम गेम. आमी एज गोंयकार वी कॅन डू. इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट सोड डावन द फॅक्टरीज, वेस्ट चलता थंय चलता. वेर डू वी स्टॉप हियर?
ओके. एडू बाब, आता हो एंथनी बाब मातशे चड एजेर व्हडले, बट आतां तुमी शेतकारी, तुमी शेतां रोयता, तुमकां कितें प्रॉब्लम फेस जाता हे सगळे?
सांगपा म्हणल्यार हांव पयलो 365 थँक्यू वेरी मच म्हणटा, कित्याक तो आमकां उजवाडांत हाडटा सगळे आख्खे गोंया, आनी हांव दाखयता सरकाराक कितकोन आमकां त्रास जाता ते. एकूच चॅनल 365, आनी ते हेर आहाय म्हणटे तितले येना, पूण आमकां 365 बरोच सपोर्ट केला शेतकारांक, सालपेलेकांक. आतां हांव एक शेतकार, म्हणजे 3 शेतां आसलेलीं. एक मेन म्हणटे आतां सुवेज प्लांट केलें तें शिरवडे, ते म्हणजे शेत 6000 कमिटी ते एक्वायर करून आमकां एक जॉब न्हू म्हूण आमकां एक सर्वीस पासून थिंग दिलें ना. सेकेंड कोंकण रेल्वे आमगेले 6000 म्हणजे शमायन गेले, म्हणजे मातशें मायन गेले शेत, थिंगाय 6000 एक्वायर करून तेणें आमकां एक जॉब ना म्हूण आमकां एक सर्वीस पासून दिलें ना. आतां थर्ड हें आतां आमगे सालपे लेकांतूय आमगेले शेतां आमगेले पाय गेले. आतां थिंगा आमगेलें सगळें आख्खी कंप्लीट स्वेज भितर त्या नाला सोडो आहा. आनी ती नाला तो स्वेज इतली सोड्या की ती आख्खे मारगांव सावन ती आतां सगळीं आवटलेटां त्या नाला सोडो आहाय, आनी ते सगळें सालपे लेकां वयता. आनी ते सालपे लेकांतलें ते उदक रिवर्साला वचना. केन्ना वयता रिवर्साला? जेन्ना पावस पडटा तेन्ना स्प्रेड जायन तेन्ना ओवरफ्लो जायन ते रिवर्साला वयता.
थिंगाच उरता
थिंगाच उरता. मदेंच्यान तेणें ब्लॉक केलां आनी मुखार तें वाटना. आनी सालपे मदेंच तें उदक आहा. आतां थिंग एक डायवर्शन प्लांट एक केला. तें डायवर्शन प्लांट केलें कित्याक? तें सगळें उदक आतां मारगांवचें उदक येता न्हू, तें सगळें तें आतां प्लांटां घालपाक केल्लें. आतां तें प्लांटां गिमा तें आतां प्लांटां वचपाचें, पावसां तें बंद करपाचें आनी सालपे लोकांक डायरेक्ट वयता ते भशेन, पयलीं वयता ते भशेन. आतां हें वर्स्ट जालो आहा. पयलीं तेच्या पेक्षा तिब्रात वर्स्ट जालो आहा. कित्याक तें आतां उदक पावसान तें उदक तें हितून सोडा, तें कनेक्ट केलो आहा, तें डायवर्शन केलें ना न्ही, ती भितर सोडा उदक पावसाचें. आनी तें कंट्रोल करपा जायना तें उदक. तें पायप 48 डायमिटर पायप, तें मेन लायन ती, आनी जायकान ती घायलोली, आनी तेका तें हें प्लांट हाडलां तें कनेक्ट केलां.
फिल्ट्रेशन
फिल्ट्रेशन काय ना हार्ड
Direct.
डायवर्ट आणि तूं तेजो फिगर चल जाल्यार त्या प्लांटाचो सारको कुरडाचो आणि मुखार ते कनेक्शन दिलें 2 फुटां पायप आणि ते वयल्यान ते जायतागे ते पायपा कनेक्ट केलां आणि ते पावसा ते ओवर फीडबॅक मान परत ते पयलीं आमचे पावसा उदक वयता न्हू हेजे संडासाचें तें बरें आशिल्लें हें आतां थंयच्यान मेन प्लांटांतले तो संडास भितर सरता चालप्या सारकें स्प्रेड जाता.
Thanks, Edogov. Sohail Bab, this is something that you have to sort out because I think the time for now. I will bring Savio in because he is the most crucial. That's why I kept him for last. But this is very scary because ultimately now he's talking about fields, right? And he's talking about water, sewage, toilets. You have to go to the toilet. Somewhere, everybody has to go to the toilet. You have to eat.
Yes.
So most of these fields, whatever you grow, it is coming back into our body, which is going out, which is again coming back. So the future is very rosy, I must say. No, what do you think? So,
I wouldn't say rosy, it's looking brown.
yeah, brown.
So that is the issue, and that is something I've noticed is that we don't seem to but our current not my generation per se, but even the generations previous,
the people in power, so as to say.
Yeah, they've been ignoring the rivers, just ignoring the rivers. I think the last was Parikar who had brought up about cleaning up the Sal. This was in 2012 or 2013. Kudos to him for at least trying something, but it just reached delays and everything. They just dredged it. After that, there was nothing else that was done, and it's becoming worse and worse. We've seen in Margaon how they are letting out sewage. That's everyone knows that issue. The stretch, let's talk about Sal, which is, it's funny, it's the lifeline of the south, but it's so polluted. You can't go and you can't swim in it. You can't drink that water. I would challenge anyone to drink that water, especially around the Hariband area. Going to my house, we passed the Sal over there in Benauli, one stretch over there, and the stink you get, stinks. It stinks like there's a sewage treatment. Like not even it's like sewage over there. So I really don't know where this future is going. We really need to focus on this. We know how to point fingers to the north, saying, "Oh, your Yamuna is dirty, the Ganga is dirty." But we need to start, introspecting and seeing ourselves as well. What are we doing? We are not any better. They may have started earlier, but we are headed to that track only. So
we're catching up with them.
Yeah, we're catching up. We're at a quick pace or so after them. And one thing I would like to add is that somewhat I agreed with Anthony Bab about, we need to look at the whole picture, but we also need to start pinpointing and, taking up one river at a time, have a proper committee with a proper, goal, and take up like one for the Sal, one for Made is quite another topic that we need to touch, but all the rivers in Goa, and take this up and actually see some results, break it down into smaller bits and then work for it.
Absolutely, I totally agree because this Santines Nalla or whatever of the sewer of us is also as bad. Yeah, Savibab, I will start with you and then we'll take a small break because you are important. Why in this whole this? See, like Sohail, Anthony, or we talk. You are probably the next MLA. Or you almost an MLA, 169 votes less than an MLA. So you are as important as the MLA of that place. And see, you know how it is. Today it is BJP, tomorrow it is Congress. So you all are going to be in power. So you are important here. What can we do? And your constituency is getting affected very badly. Because tunga hi nahi veli lagta, naveli lagta. So you are the thing, and you are also the
Kudborn.
Yeah, Kudborn fishermen's. Also part of that, the fish which comes, whatever, it's all. What do you have to say?
First of all, thank you, Glenn, for inviting me.
My pleasure. I should have called you.
I think I regret for you not calling me. Okay. So anyway, it's a natural source of river Sal is from pure water bodies, lakes, then springs, waterfalls. So which starts from, I think, Verna or Nove. Somewhere between there. So when it comes to Fatorda, from Fatorda, then all this sewage starts from Fatorda. When it comes to Karebal, the most part, and then it goes to Shishini, Asolna, and it ends up in Betul. So we get everything coming from not only this side, even Amche Ramesh Babanzal, even from Kunkoli, it comes in the river, the polluted water. I think it ends up in River Sal.
So the thing is, in the sewage system in Kareban, that needs to be sorted out.
There
Especially
is a sewage system in Karevan?
no, I mean sewage, which is in the plant in
STP.
Okay,
Shirwade.
we'll just take a small break, Savi. I'll come back to you in a moment. Keep watching. Welcome back. Yes, Savi, as you were saying, the sewage plant in Hareban, is that working? Or what is the issue there? Because that is the worst part, I think,
Because
in the whole stretch.
as we have seen, there was few agitations which has happened. I think even this farmer, I think, must be aware of it. And I think even there was some oath taken by the MLAs of Margao and Benaulim also, said that we will protect River Sal. I don't think it has been protected yet, because if you go to see, there was, I think, few years back when Mr. Soil said they started doing the desilting. I think it had started, and that time, I think even Anthony Bob will know, because during monsoon, what happens? All this garbage when it flows. See, before there was no this thing flowing of that river Sal. It was stagnant. It was getting stuck because all these mangroves, and so it was. Then when you know, during monsoon, when everything comes like on low tide, so and high tide. So low tide, all the garbage comes from Hareban basically. So if you do this desilting, I think that is the best option for the, I think, whatever the pollution. See, as Mr. Soil said, because you can't even swim in that river Sal. A few years back, I think there was E. coli
We used to
found.
swim.
E. coli found in that. Even I remember, I think it's not happening now, because that even the trawlers were putting the oil in the river
Leaving
Sal.
the oil, yeah.
So that has stopped because I think that time, I don't think there was a need. No one used to buy that second-hand oil. So now there's a second-hand oil being bought by consumers at the other end. So that is stopped now. Especially, and if you go to see the youngsters that amche tisri jatale, you hardly get that job
Anyone.
because the pollution is quite bad. I think even the retaining wall needs to be constructed in all the edge of river Sal, because that's also a problem. If you do the dredging, then you can see this thing also getting affected. The livelihood of local people also, you have to protect that also.
So, but my issue is this now. Suppose we do dredging केले आम्ही, but the whatever comes, sewage, all that is going to come, and you after few years again you're going to dredge, because dredging also is not a permanent solution. You cannot do it regular.
That's
yeah.
just a band-aid.
It's just a band-aid. He's
So
absolutely right.
what is the health department doing?
Health department. I
No,
don't
no.
know.
The thing is, if you see a
More
lot
than
of
the-
restaurants.
More
I
than
think-
the health, it's the pollution that needs to
Pollution
take
control
them to
board.
task. What are they doing? They're sleeping
Yeah.
on all this.
Even as Amje Ramesh Baban sang regarding the pollution of industries over there was, I think it was sealed. Environment Minister had sealed it.
Ramesh
As-
called up and said, "No, we have to do this." That's how it became
was
an issue.
still an affair.
Otherwise, it was going on for so long.
So I think it was, and I think week later it was reopened. So I don't think the government is doing something about the pollution, what is happening now, especially in River Sal. To Munte Bashinatan, there are a lot of restaurants which are there. They have to, how come they are getting the NOCs without the septic?
No, near restaurant pe yahan, they are our people only. Many of them they are Goans. But where are the health checks there?
They have to do that.
Number
not
one.
come.
And this is not happening in rivers. Government is doing nothing directly. It is either some intellectuals will get involved, activists will get involved, social. Now recently, आता फक्त एक दोन दिवस झाले. Mayor says all sewage is being just put into the fields. Mayor says field. Just
Yes.
2 days back,
Yes,
you all
yes.
carried some story also.
Yes, yes, yes.
Mayor says शेतानी होता.
Yes.
And that शेतान they get polluted.
Same
here.
thing is happening now in that Saipet. Seeing same it is no. It's
Say,
going into the
this
field.
sewage water is being sent into Mercedes field, and in Mercedes field, that whole thing goes for
Kolva
a toss.
Creek is another issue. We will be doing that story later. Kolva Creek, that's problem झाला ना रमेश.
Don't
Kolva
stop only
Creek-
at Kolva. Come to our Varka Creek also. It's there were pipes from hotels found discharging their sewage in our Varka Creek.
जितली हॉटेल्स आसात कोस्टल बेल्टात, ह्या कोस्टल बेल्टान हॉटेलांची सिवेज जी आसा ही अंडरग्राउंड मशिनाचेर पायप घालून ती रिवर साली सोडल्यात.
Direct.
डायरेक्ट सोडल्यात
No,
लास्ट
no filtration.
इन्स्पेक्शनाक
STP
सुद्दां
is
मेळ्ळे
compulsory, no?
पूण कांय ना तेचे रिजल्ट कांयच ना पळयतात पंचनाम करतात पोल्युशन कंट्रोल बोर्ड व्हरता आनी आमी हाय ऑथॉरिटी दिता म्हणटा आतां हाय ऑथॉरिटी कडच्यान एक सुद्दां इनपूट येयना मागीर हाय ऑथॉरिटी आमी एक बायट सुद्दां तेंचे कडल्यान घेता हाय ऑथॉरिटी दिता म्हणटात
कोण हा तर विचारपाचें
आनी तेच हाय ऑथॉरिटी पेंजीम म्हणटा ते आमगे हेड ऑफिसां वचोन घेयात
जे क्रीक पळय म्हणटा वेल्सां वागातोर मिरामार क्रीक्स सेम स्टोरी इज हॅपनिंग नाव
in Miramar there is no lake anymore. It's been filled
Cover
up.
झाली मरे.
You know, it's been filled up.
Glenn, the problem will be, with especially with this 17-2, what has done, they have most of the fields has been converted. I think there are already building. So where is the septic? Where it's going to go? So this we are going to have a problem in the future.
You think we don't have a problem now?
No, more problems if even the fields are getting converted.
Yeah, okay, so we need to take a small break because we have just finished off this episode. Yeah, this has been very interesting because this is something that the people see. Ultimately, the government is who? The people. We vote the government in power. So we have voted this government in power. Before this, we have voted that other government in power. Before that, we have voted 3 different parties who have
Ruled over.
Yeah, I wanted to say ruined, but I say ruled Goa 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. Now this is the latest. So ultimately, we have to realize we are Goan, and if we don't make priority Goan, Goa is going to get spoiled. We have to decide. Anyway, we will discuss this in the next episode. Keep watching.